yeah, so that was Mikey there. He's alright. We actually no, now that I remember, um, I don't do returning props anymore, but I'll do demonic value anyways. But we'll just kind of look at it, move on, and go to the next prop. So yeah. But Uncle Charlie, we will next show. So, yeah.
I told you to stay away.
Yeah, there's demonic Dahlia, so now we're gonna move on to we're not gonna definitely Fright in the Box. Yes, Fright in the Box. Um honestly, Fright in the Box was always a prop I kinda thought was cool. But we're just gonna have to watch the video here, I guess. Yeah, I'm not even much of a clown person, as some of you may know, but I really like him, honestly. He's a cheap prop and he's pretty good overall. Effective jump scare. I mean, it's really predictable, but it's still effective. Anyways, here is Jack Straw. Oh, we've already talked about Jack Straw, so we'll just again look at it and move on. There we go. Yep, he's really cool. Moving on to Johnny Punk. This is probably the most hated prop in Spirit Halloween history. But I don't hate it that much. I mean, it's not a good animatronic, but I don't hate it. No, I don't hate it. I just don't like it. But I don't even think it's the worst of the year, if we're gonna be honest. But yeah. Here's this video.
I've been waiting for you to come out and play. What took you so long? Who you calling a clown? You don't know who you're messing with.
See, it's a good concept, a bully, it's a good concept, and it's just the phrases and the voice are awful, but the design is actually alright. And if you look at the prototype phrases, it's actually insulting, kind of, but it's better at least. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about Miss Mercy, but we will talk about like Miss Mercy, or Elliot Hatchett. There were a couple props that were like that to where they didn't. Well, I guess let's say Fee the Fiend, they're filler props, inbox only. They're all right. I mean, they were okay. I remember there were a lot this year. So that was kind of weird. But yeah. Next on to Peekaboo Clown. This is one I really liked in person, but now I look back, it's alright. It's just another clown though. Like Hugs, Towering Clown, all the others, but he's alright. He's better than some of them. But again, I'm just not a clown guy. Oh yeah, that teaser was insane. But here we go.
Peekaboo! Peekaboo! I just love that game, particularly with crying little babies. I'm ready to play again. Where'd everyone go? I can't see. I can't see. Because I had my eyes closed. Blah. But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, he's alright. We're gonna move on though to, well, we already talked about Pennywise in the last video, but we'll talk about him again, I guess. Just because we've done it a few times now. So, yeah. But Pennywise, he's alright, prop. What the heck? Alright, we'll wait. Here we go.
Well, I'm Pennywise the Dancing Clown. I'll take all of you as I'll feast on your flesh as I feed on your food.
Yeah, I mean, this is Pennywise, you know, the character. It's a classic character. Anyways, we're gonna go on to Punctured Pete. A prop that I really thought had a lot of potential, but that was just kind of mediocre. So, yeah. Anyways, well, yeah, I thought he was just kind of mediocre, but here he is. Yeah, I liked him when he first came out, but now I see him, he's just kind of mediocre in my opinion when I saw him in person. Anyways, now we're gonna move on to Sam. We already talked about him, but we're gonna talk about him again because that was the other video, so yeah. But here he is. Where is he? He's right here. Yeah, there's Sam. Always a classic. Now we're gonna go on to the Butcher. Yes. So, yeah. Butcher was what I liked when it first came out, but then I saw him in person. I thought he was just meh, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but I thought he was just kind of meh.
Piggy went to market. Where are you going?
I don't know. You see how it's just like kind of boring? I don't know. Next is the Hauntress. This is one I always liked. It's simple, it's cheap, but I like it. So, yeah. Find the video. Oh, alright. Wow. That brought back a memory from when I first saw the video. It scared the crap out of me. Yeah. So, it was really effective. And then next, we go to Uncle Charlie. Yeah. I feel like the original was better, as I said in other videos, but here it is. This was like the first prop that came out that year, so, yeah.
Want a little candy? Come on. I won't hurt you. Much. Step right up. The voice to live an hour inside wins a prize.
Yeah, I remember when I was on the bandwagon. I was just like, yes, let's bring back Uncle Charlie. But when they brought him back, I was just kind of like, eh. And they also made him like all the other SVI clowns. And here's Twisted Tina. Yeah, she's a static prop, so not much to really say about her. So let's go on to the final grade. So, in general, I think the props here, it's a lot of returning props, so I'm gonna give it a D. I mean, the other props are just like alright. Some of them are bad, like Johnny Punk. Yeah, just a lot of returning props, just some boring props. You know, yeah. Kind of just like a weak theme, honestly. And then the theme itself, I'm gonna just give it a D as well. So overall, it gets a D. I mean, yeah. Like I said, it has more potential, but like, how many unique props are in this theme? Well, you have right in the box, Johnny Punk. So, alright, you know, decent. Bad, but not horrible. So that's just equivalent to mid. Peekaboo, which is mid to bad, so probably below average just slightly. Punctured Pete, mediocre, probably slightly above average, so we're up to mediocre. The Butcher, like kind of the same as, what's his name? Peekaboo. Tori's like just a little bad, and then the Hauntress is alright. Uncle Charlie, it evens out to it, but just because there's not many unique props in here, and Uncle Charlie was a returning prop from like 2010, I'm gonna call it a D. And then the theme, like an island, really, and the designs, honestly, I'm gonna give it, I don't know, F seems harsh, because it got like the fake fire. I'll give it a D, and overall, the theme is a D. So let's move on to the cave. So yeah, Reaper's Island Cave, a theme with a lot of potential, with a walkthrough, and it just, like, with a really cool volcano thing. It turned out to be a wall of animatronics. That's literally what it is. There were not many props in it at all. So let's get into it. Angeline. One I thought was alright. I mean, yeah, probably on the lower side. I liked her when she first came out, but when I saw her in person, just really boring. But overall, it's an alright prop, I guess. But yeah.
I love the cemetery, especially at midnight, when it's colder, when the other children are long asleep, and the dead awaken.
It's just a boring prop, honestly, and I don't know. Next, Harvester of Souls, which is the highlight of this year. There's Krampus too, but like the inbox only props were alright. They don't add this year, honestly, because Ellie Hatchet was kind of bad. Same with Miss Mercy was kind of bad too, and then Krampus was great. So it just kind of evens out, but. And I know Miss Mercy is, like, popular, but I didn't like her. Because they, like, made it terrible to where the head always fell off. Anyways. Moving on to the video of Harvester of Souls.
Look at
Sorry about that. Let's resume.
just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever.
Yeah, he's generally one of the greatest props of all time, and him and Krampus are the only props from this year that I really consider good. The rest are just mediocre to terrible, honestly, but yeah. Honestly, no, that's kind of the thing. There isn't, like, a prop so far that's terrible, in my opinion. So, I don't know, but it's a weird year. It really is. Really a weird year. Yeah, so next we're going to Miserable Marie. Another one that I thought was just kind of mediocre. So yeah. Anyways, her video will show up. Alright, so here's her video. And there was also Little Daisy in the Maestro that was in box, but still mediocre, pretty much. So, yeah. Yeah, just kind of mediocre and boring, like a lot of props from this year. Next, Mommy's Favorite, the first one that came out this year, besides like Flashback Fridays, and another one that I thought was just kind of mediocre and boring. Who could have guessed? Yeah, so here's Mommy's Favorite.
Shh. You don't want to wake up my mother. She's been sleeping for a long time. Can you keep a secret?
Guess what? It's mediocre and boring. Next up, Nightcrawler. A prop that's actually okay. But I thought it was always a little overrated and kind of boring, and the jump scare is not that effective, and he's pretty small in real life. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, they have all this merch of him. Yep, here he is. Jump scare is not effective. Just to let you know. Are you gonna? Okay. Yeah, pretty boring and mediocre in my opinion, but he still looks cool, I guess, so. Yeah. And finally we have Sewer Marmot, and guess what? Mediocre and boring. I'm sorry I'm kind of like bored and not like active this episode, but I truly just don't like this year. I think the themes suck, the props are pretty boring, so yeah. Alright. Yep, pretty boring in my opinion. So now, let's look at the theme. Oh right, it's a wall. A literal wall of animatronics. The animatronics, if it weren't for Harvester of Souls, I would straight up give it an F. But Harvester of Souls is at least enough to give it a D. And then the theme itself, like I said, a literal wall. So the theme itself gets an F, actually, because it doesn't have any fake fire to bail it out. So, between a D and an F, I will give it a D simply because of Harvester of Souls. But just remember, if Harvester of Souls was even a decent prop, like Little Daisy and the Maestro, the animatronics would get an F, and this theme would get an F, and honestly, the year would probably get an F. But yeah. Anyways, between two Ds, that's a D. So, yay. Yeah, not the best year. Like, just plain and simple. Not the best year. But, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Just not the best year. Probably the worst year Spirit has ever, yeah, I'd say it's the worst year Spirit's ever had. Because 2022, the lineup was probably about equivalent to 2020, but I like the theme a lot better. We'll get to that in the 2022 video. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. So make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more with notifications on so you never miss a video if you haven't already. Share with friends and family. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.